Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about single balanced armature in-ear monitors. As you may know, IEMs or in-ear monitors use different types of drivers within them. Some of them will use a moving coil driver or a dynamic transducer or whatever you want to call it, and that's just mainly cheap budget in-ear monitors or earbuds that you get with your phone or your music player, all the way up to the likes of the Sony X1000, which is very expensive, and that also uses one. But another technology that uses balanced armature, and they're the small drivers that are used in hearing aids, and their curve is tuned into a more enjoyable listening frequency. Now you can have as many of these as you want, so you can have different armatures for different frequency ranges, so you can have one for lows, one for mids, one for highs, or you can just use one single armature for the whole frequency, and that does have quite a good effect from experience and from others' experience. It does sound great, but it does sort of have a stereotype sound. That would be a fast bass that's not very present with poor extension, lots of treble and great detail. But I spent a lot of time with single balanced armature IEMs, and I don't think that's always the case. In fact, I've had some that are extremely bassy, such as the fine audio design Heaven 4. So that's a little bit about single balanced armature. So as you can see, I have 4 prices, and they are all for a different single balanced armature in-ear monitor. I'm not reviewing the 4 I'm reviewing or shooting out. That doesn't start from the cheapest armature monitor. 90 quid is not as cheap as you can get one, and £150 is not as expensive as you can get one. But I think they're all quite reasonably priced. They all offer something a bit different, and I think it should make an interesting comparison. So let's see what 4 I am doing. The first up I have is the Etymotic HF5, which I'm sure you know a little bit about. Second up we have the Cosmic Ears single special edition blue single armature. That's the first one we have. Second one we have. We then have the Phonak Perfect Fit earphone, or the 112 as it's now labelled. And finally we have the Nocs NS800, which is a fairly new single balanced armature IEM. Now, as you can see, I've taken one out of the equation for now, and this is just why I quickly talk over some physical features of the 3 IEMs. Now, if you know anything about these IEMs, you'll probably know what some of them are known for more than others. The Etymotic is known physically for its stellar isolation. It uses these triple flange tips. Well, they're the ones I choose to use for the best seal and sound, and they go very deep into your ear canal with their small thin barrel design. These isolate ambient noise from silly extremes. I mean, nothing can get in through these, and it's one of the best things about these other than their sound, and it's definitely a reason I think people purchase them, knowing that from their Etymotics they will get an awesome isolation. From the Phonaks, they are called the PFE, which stands for the Perfect Fit earphone. And one thing that they really do well is comfort. These are light, very ergonomic, and they sit in your ears amazingly. With their soft silicone tips, they are one of the comfortable universal IEMs that I own, and it's just easy to listen to them. Lastly, we have the Nocs, which don't have any super outstanding physical features other than the fact that they are designed to look quite cool with their sleek aluminium housings, and their physical features that these 3 have, and I think they're really cool indeed. Which now leads me to this Cosmic Ears Special Edition single armature, and the reason I went through the features that are outstanding physically on the other three is because what we have here is an earphone that incorporates the best features of everything. With the flat cable and the clear blue shells, I think it really takes in the awesome design of the Nocs NS800. With the custom fit design in a medium shell form, it fits perfectly to your ears and into your canal, so it does not feel uncomfortable at all, and it's also extremely light, and it has comfort that really no earphones universally can match, and even the Phonak PFEs I don't think quite get to the Cosmic Ear standard. And lastly, with their solid design that fits in, covers your ear completely, and their sound bores going fairly deep into your ear, even the Etymotics can't quite match their isolation. And that's why, one reason why this Cosmic Ear's custom in-ear monitor is such an amazing feat, because it takes all the things that I love about the other three earphones and throws it into one package. And that really is one outstanding thing about them. So lastly, we're going to talk about sound quality. I've now put them in an order of overall sound quality in my opinion. And what may surprise you is actually the cheapest of the four I've put first. And it only is the best by a slight margin, I think, over the Cosmic Ears, which stands with it toe to toe in most areas and even exceeds it in others. And putting them in overall sound quality is a hard thing to do, because at the end of the day, people's preferences will put the Nocs first for some, the Phonaks first for others, and either of these two first for some people. And by some, they all might be as good to each other. Now, the Etymotic is all about accuracy. That's what Etymotic are about, and it's all about that flat, linear frequency response that is crystal clear with the best micro detail halls. The Cosmic Ears also is quite an analytical, analytical sound signature with again, not the most bass, but more than the Etymotic for sure. With great details in the mids and a real strong, smooth treble. The Nocs is a completely different signature. It has the biggest bass of the four by quite a margin really, and it's not hard hitting big bass, but it's boosted for sure, and it has the best extension, which is completely flat and linear, and it does sound very nice, but it doesn't go head to head with any of the other three in either mids and treble for sure, which it's quite understated in the treble here. And the Phonak has a real smooth sound. It's an enjoyable sound for sure. It's very smooth. It has slightly more bass than the Cosmic Ears, but not as much as the Nocs. And it's quite smooth from top to bottom. And yeah, it's an enjoyable sound for sure. And it also has other features like interchangeable filters to change the sound. So what am I going to recommend to you? If you want a bassy sound but still good clarity, then I think the Nocs NS800 is for you. It has a very linear flat bass. It has the only of the four IEMs I would say has a slight rumble in the sub bass, and it's quite understated in the treble. It's quite laid back there. It's not very prominent. Doesn't have the most sparkle there, and the mids are quite clear, but nowhere near as transparent and detailed as the Cosmic Ears or the Etymotic, and not quite the Phonak either. If you want a sound that's all about the detail, is very cold, clinical, and very critical for listening, then I'd say the Etymotics. But I will say they don't have the most bass, and you really have to struggle to get a seal with them. The Cosmic Ears are a slightly more consumer-friendly sound. They still have most of the detail and the accuracy of the Etymotics. They have slightly more treble, but it's smoother, so it's not fatiguing. And they have slightly more bass with a better extension, It's a lot punchier bass, but they just don't quite have the naturalness of the Etymotics, and quite have the accuracy, and that's all they lose out on. So that's the 4 IEMs. But there's one huge recommendation I want to make here, and that is to these. The Cosmic Ears Special Edition, and this applies for this applies for any single armature you can purchase from Cosmic Ears, because it all uses the same drive that we have inside here, which sounds phenomenal. I think you can actually get it a bit cheaper in other packages, but you don't quite get this nice blue shell with the flat cable. The special edition isn't out yet, so this is a pre-production unit, but the sound on this for £95 is just mind blown. It's breathtakingly good. And you might be thinking, but he's just said the Etymotic's better, and technically the Etymotic's better, but I think for most of the public, they'll find it too clinical, too cold, and they overanalyze their music, and this has a lot of the technical ability, but it's just a bit more enjoyable to listen to. And yeah, it's truly an amazing earphone. And obviously, the other reason I want to recommend it has the physical features I've said of the other three. These isolate like nothing else. They are super comfortable. They're custom fitted to your ears, and I'm so pleased to see custom in the monitors at such a low price. So I think to all my subscribers, to everyone who views this video, you're mad not to pick up a pair of these before Phil at Cosmic realise he's selling them too cheap, I think. So thanks for watching this video. I hope it helped you out and you enjoyed watching it. See you soon.